Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I would appreciate if you guys ignore the background sound. My sister and my mom are jamming out. But yeah, I have my tea. I missed my YouTube a lot, and I never really had the storage.
It has been such an issue lately because of my procrastination, but that's something for another day. But I finally figured it out and I wanted to make this video for a really long time, so I will.
This is a video about all the things that I learned in 2025 because it has been a shit year. I would never want to relive that, but it taught me so many things that I think that I needed to be taught. So many expectations that I needed to let go of, and so many things that I needed so that I could develop and become a proper functioning adult, even though I'm not there yet. But these are the steps in the way that I just needed. I just needed this, I guess. God gives his toughest battle to his strongest soldiers, except I am definitely not his strongest soldier. I also realized how low the quality of my production is, but I started this channel for fun. So I think we're all gonna have to cope for a second. But yes, I will put in title in here if I can edit it. All the things that I learned in 2025. First one, I had a lot of expectations for college, and I assumed that I would definitely do what I really love. Oh my god, I should have learned how to keep a straight posture. But yeah, I should have known that things can't always go your way and you can't just wallow in misery. Yeah, there were a lot of expectations I had going into college which were crumbled because of complications. I wanted to pursue fashion, and in the current world, apparently the degree doesn't hold much value from what I've been told. And my dad really wanted me to do law, and
He's kind of mine, so if you're not that. One of the huge parts of my 2025 going to shit is kind of because of him. But I'm really scared that he's going to find this someone and it's just all going to be. So I'm going to not focus on that.
oh my god, so many interruptions, I'm annoyed. But yeah, there are a lot of bells in this house. कोई भी order आते रहते हैं. But as I was saying, yeah, so I did not pursue fashion even though I had really high hopes. And I recently was reading my old diary in which I quite literally predicted my future. I was like, I don't want to become a lawyer, I want to become a fashion designer, and I don't care what my dad says. But I am going to become a lawyer. I haven't gotten the results for the test yet, but it's my last hope. So I hope I do. But I have learned to not hold a lot of grudges, which I did in the past a lot. I rekindled some relationships which I thought I would never rekindle. I reconciled and found my peace, sort of, with some people who I thought I would never find my peace with. And a lot of my relationships broke. A lot of unexpected things happened in 2025. A lot of family members that I considered really close to myself, extended family, I don't talk to them anymore or have very minimum contact with them. So I think letting go and lowering my expectations has been a big lesson for me, and that even though I'm used to getting things from my way, I need to let go of that practice. And actually, I think I was thrown into the real world way too quickly. And being thrown into the real world is like when you're thrown into the ocean and you don't know how to swim, but you eventually figure it out because you don't drown. And I also really wanted to move out because, again, complicated family dynamics. But I couldn't do that either, and I learned that sometimes instead of focusing on the negatives, I need to be more positive, else I would actually go crazy. Like, I would lose my fucking mind if all the time I was like, oh, this could have happened to me, this happened to me, I need to die, I need to kill myself. What am I gonna do? I can't do anything about it. Sometimes I need to just let go of shit, and I have to force myself to look at a positive outlook, because if I was so negative all the time, I would lose my fucking mind. Like, genuinely, I would lose it. And I can't have that, can I? I have a lot of years to go insane. This is just a starting. So I can't really do that. This is just me starting into the real world. I can't go insane like the first year in it. I turned 18. Very odd experience. I was very, you know, it's it's an unfamiliar feeling, I'd say. The rest of my birthdays, I didn't realize that I am one step closer to being an adult. But on my 18th birthday, I was reminiscing the entire my entire life flash in front of my eyes, quite literally. I graduated school, and as someone who hasn't gotten over anything, it took a really long time for me to actually accept that I graduated school, and that my whole life doesn't revolve around what exam am I gonna have, how my notebooks aren't complete, how my attendances are. It is going to, but I'm going to have additional problems, additional stuff to worry about too. But school is a bubble, right? And even though I thought that I have seen everything and all of these people are just lying to me, I didn't. Even though I had actual degenerates in my school, they weren't even remotely close to the people who I would meet after that, you know? But yeah, I would say that the first 2 months were a dream. I loved it, I really did. I went to farewell, I had a scribble day, which was even when I think about it, it's quite nostalgic. But yeah, it was a dream. Then I gave my boards, and I had the most depressive period, including when I gave my, you know, practicals, boards, entrances. They were all just very much tough for me. I don't remember anything from that time other than being holed up and depressed, you know. But yeah, it was character development. I gave every entrance ever. The other thing I learned was that I need to focus on one thing instead of going all the ways thinking with the thought process that kuch to ho hi jayega, because then I just ruined my chances in all of them. So I need to focus on one thing and one thing only, and I need to give my best in order to achieve that thing. I also learned that I need to pick my battles. I cannot fight everyone over everything. I cannot be the ultimate social warrior or the ultimate person in general. And I learned it the hard way. I wouldn't recommend it, and I'm trying to teach it to my sister in the easier way. I can't choose the college I'll go to, it's fine. You know, I can't wallow in self despair, I'll listen to my dad. Or if my brother's talking shit, then I'll ignore it. I can't fight everyone. It's so exhausting, it's so mentally exhausting. You need to pick your battles. You cannot fight everyone and everything. It will do more harm than it will do good. Everyone will. I don't really care about what everyone thinks actually. I don't know why I said that. I don't know where I was going with that sentence. But yeah, I needed to pick my battles. Also, something else that I'd say I learned was that you need to give people time. People need to take how much time that they want to get over things. And I don't need to rush myself. And I don't need to, pretend that I'm over something that I'm not. And this is not about an ex before anyone thinks that. This is about life in general. Like, I don't need to get over something that happened to me 2 years ago. I will take my time to heal and to finally accept it, because these aren't small life events. These were the events that changed the trajectory of my life. So I can't be expected to get over them quickly. Like, me and my friends, we beat that dead horse every other day. Every time we meet up, we bring it up, which is also healing, sort of, in a way, because I don't have friends that judge me, and I'm very lucky to have them, touch wood. And they were the only constant relationship that I had in the entirety of 2025. So yes, they also helped me learn a lot of things, including the one that I just said. I need to give myself time. I need to give others around me time to move on from things. I can't rush them. They can't rush me. I can't rush myself. You know, like a lot of life altering events happened to me this year, and even though I hated them, they quite literally changed the chemistry of my brain. But I can't, wallow in self despair forever. I wanted to start 2026 fresh. I wanted to start 2026 as someone who doesn't hold a lot of grudges, as someone who doesn't have a lot of people that I wanted, as someone who has a more positive outlook on life, and as someone who has changed for the better. Because oh my god, I cannot repeat 2025 again, and I will do anything to not do that. I also learned that relationships are very fragile in general. One wrong move and you will ruin it all. And I learned it the hard way yet again. But this was me more with familiar relationships, you know. I also learned to decenter men and to embrace the fact that I'm not ready to ever be in a not to ever not to not to not be in a relationship. Everyone around me, had something going on, but and it did make me feel odd that, oh, everyone's getting a boyfriend, everyone's getting a situationship, but I am not. Then I realized I have a lot of things going on in my life right now, and I don't have time for another one. B, I genuinely don't see myself in a relationship as of right now, or in a situationship or anything, because oh my god, if someone pisses me off and I'm already annoyed, which I constantly am actually, it's a problem that I will leave for another time. I have already fixed a lot of my mistakes. This is something that I'll do later. Yeah, I cannot have that. And there was a point where I was like, oh, I think I'm asexual. But I got over that quickly, but I still don't seem. Actually, I've started to like the idea of being in your late 20s or your early 30s and you're like single, because the happiest person that is a single woman in her early 30s. There are just more benefits. But yeah, I've started leaning more into that idea, and also because I don't reach out to anyone. I also learned that people change and their personalities change, and they might not be the same person that you knew years ago. They develop, they regress. I don't know about me though, because I started leaning more into. I used to be a very huge extrovert, I was friends with everyone around me, a social butterfly, if you will. But in the recent years, when I went to college for like 3 days, and wait, there was a hair in my mouth. When I went to college for 3 days, I realized that how horrible my social skills are. But I also realized that I can enjoy my own company. I don't constantly need to be surrounded and validated by other people, some that I don't even like. And I realized that it's not wrong if I want to be left alone, or if I want to, you know, be alone. I think we villainize it too much. And I also realized that I already have such good relationships around me, friends wise, that I just stopped trying to make more of them. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I'm already very like self-sufficient, and so are the relationships around me. So I didn't even try to branch out, which is a problem, I know. But in college, I just started enjoying my own company more than other people's company. I also realized that your mom was probably right, bro. Phone is the problem. Yeah, it's only 10 minutes, it's okay. Phone is the problem. The more I keep away from social media, the better mood I am. Because oh my god, these people are annoying as fuck, man. You cannot argue with everyone. You cannot be a keyboard warrior or whatever. You also don't need to be stressed about how people perceive you at all times, because you won't know these people in the next decade. They will forget about you, you will forget about them, and it's all going to be happy and jolly. But yes, those were my lessons of 2025. This is a self indulgent video for me to look back on. Did, did, why did I forget to speak? This isn't really meant for entertainment purposes. So,